Beaufil with DeStefano and Partners. If you go just above the doorways or to the very, very top of the building, you can see those pediments, once again the big triangle shapes. Next to us now we have 55 West Wecker Drive, done in 1968 by C.F. Murphy and Associates. As we clear the bridge, we'll have a tall, dark green and gray granite building. And this is the Leo Burnett building, done in 1989 by Kevin Roche. Ahead of us still we have the Kemper building, tall white marble one, done in 1962 by Shaw, Mintz and Associates. Here, I'd like to go straight ahead of us. You can see the building with the green exterior and the gold top. That's the former Carbide and Carbon building, now the Hard Rock Hotel. That building was done in 1929 and was designed by the Burnham brothers, Daniel Burnham's two eldest sons, Daniel Jr. and Herbert. They carried on his firm after his death. And their inspiration for the green building with the gold top was the giant champagne bottle. The green color of the building is green terracotta, and the gold leaf tower stands at 50 feet. Go just to the right, you can see the old Jewelers building. It's the beige structure with the dome at the very top. If you'd like to see a traditional Chicago window, look at the base. If that's not doing it for you, go about 3/4 of the way up. You'll see the ball-like structure, and that's called Teppietti. There are 4 of them on the building. Teppietti on most buildings are used for decoration, but here they were used for fireproofing. The building was complete before Teppietti were filled with water. So if the building were to catch on fire, the supports underneath would expand and break from the heat. From there, the ball would tip over and crack upon impact as it hit the building. But once it would crack, water from inside the ball would release and help put out the fire. The Teppietti have since been drained. Go straight to the right, we have this tall, white, thin building. This is the former Mather Tower, also former Lincoln Tower, done in 1928 by Herbert Riddle. And this is the city's thinnest skyscraper. If you stand in that building's very top floor, the single room is only 9 feet in diameter.
Holy crap.
It's also one of 2 prime buildings. The second one was supposed to start construction in 1930. That never started.
That room at the top is only 9.
The beige building next to us now is the Crane Communications building, also former London Guarantee building. It was done by Alfred Schuler in 1923. This building features Corinthian columns. It has 3 sets. The first of 4 is just next to the main entry. If you go up to the top of the building, you'll see a set of 8. And
Oh, that's
the final
awesome.
set is on the building's roof, but it's currently being worked on. Little boy, please don't stand in the seats like that, babe. Thank you. Now we're passing underneath the former Michigan Avenue Bridge, renamed the DuSable Bridge 3 years ago, in honor of Jean-Baptiste Point du Sable. From here, let's go straight to the right. There's a building with a marble base and relief sculptures on the 4th floor, and that is 333 North Michigan Ave. These pictures are working together to tell a story. The story they are telling is of the settlement of Chicago and of the establishment of Fort Dearborn. Oh, we're going to talk about my favorite building next. Go up on the right at our 2 o'clock. It has the green glass windows and the white curvy-edged balconies that don't match. That's my favorite. That's Aqua Tower, AQUA. And that building's my favorite thanks to its title. It's the tallest building on the planet that was designed by a woman architect who also heads her own firm. This woman's name is Jeannie Gang. Her building's number 10 in the city in terms of height at 822 feet. And best of all, for over 4 months now, it has been 100% sold out and occupied. So even if you'd like to see a unit, you have to go on the waiting list. Go straight to our right, you can see the top of our number 3 building. It has the white exterior and the strong dark vertical lines. That's the Aon Center. I'll point it out again in just a second since we had the ambulance. Well, the Aon Center is our number 3 building in terms of height at 1,136 feet tall and 80 stories. It opened in 1974 and was designed by Edward Durrell Stone with Perkins and Will. We will see it again on our right at our 4 o'clock as soon as we clear the bridge. White rectangular building, strong dark vertical lines. That's Aon. Well, that building is on its second exterior. The first exterior was marble, and the current one is granite. Typically, when marble is used as an exterior, it is cut to be at least 1 1/2 inches thick, but the marble on the the area just next to us, which is home to Aqua Tower, is called Lakeshore East. It's gone up over the past 27 years, and it consists of 13 buildings, 9 of which are residential. The whole thing sits on what was once a 9-hole golf course.
Dad.
But let's move away from the buildings for a moment. I want to talk to you more about the river. Right now we're traveling on the Chicago River. This is a natural river, but it has been reversed. The river in its natural state is flowing in this direction, that is eastward, out towards the lake. At that time, the residents of the city would use the river like an open sewer. They would throw toxic waste, animal carcasses, trash, and factory runoff all directly into this water. I know it sounds absolutely disgusting, but we didn't have a sewer system, so throwing our trash in the river was really the easiest way to deal with it. What's truly unfortunate is that all of that trash and then all of that sewage was flowing eastward into the lake. And Lake Michigan's where we get our drinking water from. So yeah, lots of people were getting very, very sick. Waterborne disease was running wild throughout the city, to the point that in 1885, the number 1 and the number 2 killers in Chicago were cholera and typhoid fever. Completely avoidable things. And city officials decided it was a very big problem. After a lot of debate and discussion, the city decided that the best way to fix our humongous water pollution problem would not be to stop polluting the river. I know, it's like we can stop polluting the river, we can put the pollution somewhere else. Now we're going to keep polluting the river. As far as the city was concerned, the best way to fix this problem would be to continue to pollute the river, but to find some way to send all of the trash and to send all of the sewage down in the opposite direction towards St. Louis. So yeah, as you can imagine, the city of St. Louis really did not like that plan. No, the city of St. Louis heard we were trying to reverse the river, and of course they got extremely upset. They actually sued the city of Chicago, saying, if you do that, you will make all of us sick. So we went to court, and we actually won that court case.
What?
Yeah. Just got to imagine, like, Sarah in the public library, like, okay, everyone's sick, this is bad, we're going to do something that's good. We want to reverse the river. Okay, St. Louis is mad, okay, weird. They sue us, all right, and then we win. Well, we won thanks to some scientific proof, which really wasn't very much of either. The scientific proof, if you will call it that, was just our scientists stating that as the water and the trash would head west and then south towards St. Louis, it would get lots of extra runoff, clean water from the ground nearby, rolling into the river. Our scientists said we'd get enough of that to dilute the toxicity level of the water, to bring it down to a point where it'd be safe to drink by the time it got to St. Louis. The water, when it got to St. Louis, was still toxic. Yeah, so the scientific proof really wasn't that. No. But it helped us win the court case, and that's what matters. Winning the court case gave us permission to reverse the river, which we did officially on January 2nd of 1900. And we did it just by manipulating the law of gravity in our favor. We took water that was once running downhill from a small swamp at the south end of the South Branch. That water went down the South Branch, down the main branch, into Lake Michigan at 570 feet above sea level. And we took the water and sent it downhill to the Atlantic Ocean, since that's right at sea level. We got there by putting a stopper at the south end of the South Branch and digging a canal 28 miles out, to the Des Plaines River. And we chose that river system because it naturally flows to the Illinois River, which naturally flows to the Mississippi, and thus the Gulf of Mexico, which is right at sea level. The reversal is one of the 10 engineering marvels of the 20th century, and it eliminated water